Synesthesia is a condition that is considered rare. The American Psychological Association states that about 1 in 2,000 people are synesthetes, but some experts suspect that as many as 1 in 300 have some variation of the condition. Synesthesia is essentially people seeing certain shapes and colors as a reaction to everyday stimuli. However, the seeing doesn't impede their vision, and it's simply like when we think of a memory. Scientists are not exactly positive about what causes synesthesia. However, they have been able to see that there are many different types of it and that people have been able to create lives around it, such as becoming composers or artists. Some of my close friends have synesthesia, and I have been able to see how they create and produce things as a reaction to the patterns that synesthesia causes to them. Through this, I've been able to get a feel for what it is and the many different types of it, and even how it affects their everyday lives. Synesthesia is a phenomenon that people either have never heard of or only know a little about. It's a neurological condition that scientists don't have a lot of information on, but is essentially when two senses are tied together somehow. An article called What is Synesthesia put it best when it said that synesthesia is an anomalous blending of the senses, in which the stimulation of one modality simultaneously produces sensation in a different modality. So one sense will cause a reaction in another. There are two big theories behind what causes synesthesia. Scientists see it either as the lack of pruning of synaptic connectors as humans grow up, or as it being caused by a gene. Many scientists have found that it tends to run in families, and in addition to this, it is more commonly found in women than men, making researchers believe that there is a gene attached to it. However, scientists also back up the theory that it is caused due to a lack of synaptic pruning. When people are born, their brains have many connections through synapses, and as they grow older, these are either pruned or made stronger through how often they are used. Usually the connectors between two senses are the ones that are pruned and will go away. However, with synesthetes, these connections are kept. There are many different types of synesthesia. The most common is grapheme color. This causes people to see specific colors and shapes when they look at everyday stimuli, such as letters, numbers, and words. For example, one person who has synesthesia could always see a blue triangle when they see the number 1, or they'll picture an orange square where they look at the letter A. The next most common type is chromesthesia, which does basically the same thing, but is caused by hearing these stimuli. When they hear a letter, number, or word, that is what produces the colors and shapes. In addition to these, there are a multitude of other types of synesthesia. For example, people will feel certain textures on their skin, they'll start to smell something, or even get a taste in their mouth because of these stimuli. Another form is people giving personalities to letters and numbers. People who experience synesthesia have been able to create careers off of it, such as becoming composers. These people will use the patterns that they see in their minds to produce different pieces of music. For musicians, this will include choosing certain notes and chords in a song based off of what colors and patterns they have associated with them. Similarly, they will choose colors that they want to see when listening to a song and base their music decisions and the notes that they incorporate off of that. Some artists will create art in the same way, where they will put music on and whatever colors and patterns they have in their minds, that's what they'll put on a canvas. Some famous composers have synesthesia, such as Pharrell Williams, Billy Joel, and Frank Ocean. These composers have talked about their gift and are very open about having it, celebrating it. In fact, Pharrell Williams is very open about his condition and has described it multiple times. In one interview on NPR, he said that it's the only way he can identify what something sounds like. I know when something is in key because it either matches with the same color or it doesn't, or it feels different and doesn't feel right. Many other composers have similar experiences and make their livelihoods around synesthesia. Devonte Hines is another composer who talked about how he uses synesthesia to create in a TED Talk. He said that he starts by picking 4 colors and their associated notes. From there, he creates a base with one color, one note, and simply fills in the blanks with the other colors and patterns that he wants. He sees the patterns in his mind and puts it into music.
So this is C. From there, bring an F. Bring in the brown. Bring in the red. From there, I have a pretty solid palette to work with. So I try and fill in the blanks.
Synesthesia is a rare phenomenon, but despite it not occurring in many people, it mainly affects their lives positively. It's a neurological condition that connects two or more senses, and there are many types of synesthesia, such as grapheme color and chromesthesia, as there are many different ways to connect our five senses in reaction to everyday things. Synesthesia is rare, and it has many unknowns, but scientists are still looking into it. And for people who are synesthetes, they embrace it and love having it, basing their whole careers and livelihoods off of it.